Tonight, I will delve into the deepest secrets of the unknown, so buckle up because this tale is unbelievably haunting. My name is Zach. I am 34 years old. I have always been intrigued by tales of the Dogman, and yes, I have reported on sightings and encounters of these cryptids by many other people, but that isn't the same as experiencing it for yourself. So, I decided that I'm going to take a drive to the forest of Michigan to see if I can see an actual dogman or if this is just another urban legend. I chose the forests of Michigan because in my experience on reporting these stories, this is where dogmen are encountered or seen the most. I set out on a long drive, stopping only for coffee and a stretch of the legs, then continuing until I reached the famous Michigan forest. I parked my car and hiked deep into the woods. What I didn't know, and also because I've never done this, is that the dogman is a very patient predator. They watch from a distance and wait. If I knew of the impending terror that awaits me, I would not have made this trip. I wander through the woods in search of a possible cabin, tent, or anything that I can settle into for the night. The forest is so quiet. The only sound is the crunching of leaves beneath my boots. Suddenly, strange howls pierce the silence. I quicken my pace, but I can feel the some presence that shadows my every step. The tension within me builds as the creature closes in, its presence felt rather than seen. Not long after, I stumble upon a dilapidated cabin. In fact, I saw another one slightly behind this cabin, but there was no movement there. I wonder if someone is there doing the same as I am. Seeking refuge, I cautiously steps inside, only to discover claw marks on the walls and a foul stench that fills the room. I think these cabins are watch points. They have no windows or very few windows looking out into the forest, only a small opening where one can sit with binoculars watching the woods without being seen. You know the type they use when doing bird watching. Exactly those. That suited me fine. I have no desire to be seen by any creature here in the woods, thank you very much. I walked through the cabin to familiarize myself with the layout. One of the rooms had a trap door. This is odd, I thought to myself. I found a latch and opened it. There were stairs leading down into the darkness. I'm not sure if I was relieved knowing it could help me escape, or whether Dogman lay down there waiting for me. They could easily have invaded the cabin since this is their territory. Closing the latch, I headed back to the watch point. Unbeknownst to me, the creature lurked just beyond the threshold waiting for the perfect moment to reveal itself. Night fell, and I was filled with excitement and fear at the same time. My heart was pounding as I took out my pair of binoculars and settled on a dirty, dusty bar stool that was positioned right at the watch point. I eased myself into position. Tonight is going to be a long night, I said to myself. It was difficult to see deep into the woods because there was only a low light from the moon. But it was enough. I could still make out the silhouettes of the trees. I heard howling in the distance, and this made my heart race. It literally sounded like beating of drums. My knuckles turned white as I gripped the binoculars and held on so tight. There it is. Eyes that looked like lights deep in the forest. I breathed slowly, trying to control the fear that took hold of me. Then I saw him. The dogman emerges, a monstrous figure with a blend of wolf and human features taller than anything I had ever seen. My heart pounds in my chest as the creature locks eyes with me, an unsettling intelligence shining through. Panic sets in as I realize I'm trapped. The creature, swift and relentless, closes the distance with each passing second. Desperation fuels my every move as I run through the labyrinthine corridors of the cabin, the creature's growls echoing through the halls. In a heart-pounding race against time, and with the dogman close on my heels, I headed for the cellar trap door. With adrenaline coursing through my veins, I pulled it open, missing the stairs and stumbling into the darkness below. The dogman tried opening the trap door, but it's an automatic lock from the inside. He snarled in frustration from above. I could hear his monstrous feet or claws kicking the floor above and him trying to break open the trap door. I sat in silence for what seemed an eternity. As I catch my breath in the safety of the cellar, I hear the distant howls fade into the night. The Dogman retreats into the shadows, leaving me shaken and scared to my core. I had crossed paths with the Dogman that night. I was also almost his dinner. At the first light of dawn, I quietly but quickly open the latch and emerge into the cabin. I headed straight for my binoculars, checking the surroundings. All is quiet as I sneak out into the open, then sprinting to my car. I sped off as fast as I could, never looking back. Now, all that remains are the unanswered questions, the lingering fear that in the depths of the wilderness, something otherworldly awaits. My advice: leave well enough alone. Don't go chasing after creatures you don't understand. For a very long time to come, I will stay out of the forests of Michigan. Just remember, in the world of the unknown, fear may be your only guide.